Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. Today, I'm so excited to have Greg Rowles. He's a friend and well-known musician along the Grand Strand in South Carolina, and he's got a lot of great things happening in his life these days. He's opening up a world-class theater soon in North Myrtle Beach. Greg, it is good to see you. Everyone knows you. You don't even need an introduction. I just say you're my friend.
It's good to see my pretty friend, and you're just as pretty on the small screen there. So I'm in the car. I'm thinking, this technology is crazy. Otherwise, we would have to be together somewhere doing this interview in front of a camera. But no, those days are long gone.
Out the door. That's the beauty of this new technology. It allows us to connect even though we're far away from each other now. And for that, I am so thankful. I don't care if you're on the car, wherever, sitting in a restaurant seat, it doesn't matter. I'm just delighted to have you today.
Lifetime Hearing Services, the premier hearing healthcare facility of the PD, is so very pleased to sponsor this next Conversation with Nicole, my good friend. Sit back and enjoy.
We go way back. You were at the Alabama Theater for decades. You were an icon there. You're on the Fox station doing some amazing shows there. Mm-hmm. You do commercials. You're just the most awesome entertainer. Your resume is just unbelievable. Wow. And now
it's just like I asked you to read it.
Yeah, right. This is scripted. Is unbelievable. And now you are taking your knowledge, your talents to a theater, a legacy theater. Tell me about this.
Is that crazy or what, right?
No, I love it.
We, and listen, I love my family at the Alabama Theater. We were there for so long, and they will always be my family. But we left, I think the pandemic changed. People reprioritized their lives during that time because they had time to reflect, right? They spent a lot of time soul searching. A lot of people started working from home, changing occupations. It was really a peculiar time for a lot of people. And of course, I know that on the downside of that, a lot of people suffered from COVID and those kind of things. And I don't want to discount that. But for us, it was a time of reflecting. And when I say us, Brandy, my bride, and she said, if there's one other thing that I could wish for, pray for, what would it be? And I said, I'd love to have our own theater. And so we were at Market Common. I know that you know that area very well. We were on the track walking because we walked every day during the pandemic, and we stopped and prayed and lifted it up. And then, we went on our way.
Yeah. And
didn't give it too much thought until last August, and my friend and now partner, our visions collided, and now we're going to be opening the Legacy Theater, Greg Rowles Legacy Theater, next April, and we take possession of what is now the Valorous Church that you remember also as the Dixie Jubilee back in '89 when it opened, because that was Calvin Gilmore's production. Mm-hmm. So now we're converting it back into a theater, a new parking lot, new paint, new seating, new lights, new sound. And what was once going to be a dinner theater, we found out quickly that we were not restaurateurs, and having to staff that consistently and do fine dining, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to, if the people are scraping the crumbs off the tablecloth, I'm wanting something special here. Yeah. And that's what I wanted. That's what I envisioned. While people were eating, I was singing. And so lo and behold, that didn't happen. God shifted it. And now we're 800 seats. And we are going to do things like charcuterie trays and wine cocktails and beers. But it'll be an interactive show with the audience. It will be truly the only live show in this area. And so when I say live, no tracks. You see four people singing. There are four voices you're hearing, and but everything. The musicians are live. The singers are live. The comedian, obviously, we just announced him last week. Ricky Mokel, Grant Turner, who is an icon in this area, and everybody loves him. He's going to be on our team as well, and we are just So excited.
This,
I
I
gave you a mouthful there, but
No, it's wonderful. I love to hear the excitement in your voice about this next step in your career, in your life. And I just know when people come to the theater, they are going to be so blessed by what takes place. It sounds very real, very authentic, very genuine, very
wow.
true, where you can really feel a connection with those on stage. And I sense that that's what you're wanting the audience to receive when they come to your theater.
Thanks, Nikki. And my dad, who's in heaven, he gave me the best piece of advice when I was 13 years old. He said, if I treated every stage, every room like it was my living room and spoke to people like they were in my living room, that he said, you'll never have a problem moving forward. He said, people will endear themselves to you. He said, you can make as many mistakes as you want. And people will forgive you for those things because they feel like they're part of your family.
Yeah,
and I've always tried to do that. But now we have a little bit more control as far as the production. So I'm going to get to do things that I've always wanted to do. And respect folks at Opryland, because I started with them way back in '91 in Nashville. But my way and their way are two different ways. Both going to be great shows. We're just going to do them differently.
Yeah. So what are the things that you want to do specifically?
So, because a lot of shows are scripted, because there's so many tracks or sweeteners, you kind of become, you can't vary at all with the show.
Can't move out.
And I've
No
always,
ad-libbing, so to speak, or whatever. Yeah.
right. And one thing that I found by playing these restaurants over the last couple of years that I really love doing is I love telling stories. I've always been a storyteller. And now I've got the ability to do that, and also have the ability to walk out and recreate these moments with just me and a guitar. Not that we're not going to have a full band, but to create moments and the ebbs and the flows in a show, and also include, requests from the audience that we're incorporating in on our app, and something that I've always wanted to do. We're going to celebrate beach music because we're right there on Main Street, the shag capital of the world, and I love beach music.
Love it.
So we're going to be the only ones in town doing that. And just, again, having folks come into the theater, and people, when they walk into the doors, somebody opens the door for them. Our ambassadors is what we're calling them, and we're all ambassadors in this, everybody that's part of the theater, including me, that we're there to serve. We hope that they leave going, well, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. And we just make them feel good for a couple hours and send them on their way, hoping that they will tell people and come back.
Dr. Leslie Kirby, that's me, and Nicole go way back over 30 years. I was just beginning my career as an audiologist, and Nicole was a new news reporter way before she became a beloved news anchor. She has always professionally supported my hearing healthcare practice, and I am so very excited to be her first ever Conversations with Nicole sponsor. That's what we should all do, support one another, and that's just what my Lifetime Hearing team does with all of our patients. We make lives better and easier with communication so that people can love life, enjoy the grandchildren, enjoy church, enjoy TV, and hear the I love yous that mean so much. Offering the best in Belltone hearing aid technology, as well as providing cochlear implant solutions, we have become known as the PD's premier hearing healthcare facility, with having evaluated more than 52,000 ears to date. With national award-winning services, call us for your on-time appointment.
Okay, I hear awesome Southern hospitality happening there, and I hear intimacy with the audience, a true connection, an experience unlike you would receive anywhere else. And I think that's awesome. And I really feel like our world needs that more than it ever did today, is the connection with real people. And Greg Rowles, you are a real, genuine, kind, caring person. And I know if you didn't really want to bring something special to the people of the Grand Strand and the coast of South Carolina, you wouldn't be taking this next step, because you have a lot going on in your life. You have plenty to keep you busy. this
Mm.
takes a lot of time, work, and effort,
Yeah.
but it means
Mhm.
something to you and what you want to bring to people who live there and people who visit the coast of South Carolina. I know who you are, and I have to know this is on your heart in that way.
I am humbled by your words. I appreciate that, Nikki, very, very much. Those are very powerful words. And, you know, I truly believe we're on this earth to pour into each other and encourage each other. So you taking time to say that means a great deal. And yes, we want everybody that we work alongside to first feel that way. The people that we're all in this together, no matter what the role happens to be at the theater, from the front of the house all the way to the back. You know,
Yeah.
I'll be taking out the trash too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to get the job done, I'm going to do it. And but if we all feel that way together, and God has truly assembled an incredible team thus far, and we haven't had to do much shoving. I'm just attaching my trailer to his bus, and he's been driving. And so if we all feel that way, then I think that will pour out into onto everybody that comes into theater. Um, and you know, I've always said, and I've heard this before, but you don't have to be better than, but you can be other than. And
Oh,
I think that's something else too. We're not better than anybody, but you know, we can do it in another way.
yeah.
And so that's what we're doing.
Well,
You
you've got
know.
so much talent to share with everybody. You're just an amazing musician, amazing person, an amazing storyteller. People love to surround themselves around you because they feel the good person that you are and how much you care about the community in which you live. So, any particular songs that they can expect to hear from you, maybe when opening night comes
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah. So of course, I've always been pegged the country guy, and I grew up listening to country, playing country. But what I've found over the last few years, Nikki, is that I'm singing songs that I'd never had a chance to sing before. So, and all of these venues, and most of them, as you know, they're very small. They're very intimate. I'm singing everything from now country, but I'm singing everything to Dean Martin, to Loggins and Messina, to Crosby, Stills and Nash, to things that I've always wanted to sing, but never was permitted to sing because I was pigeonholed. And I love country, still love that. I cut my teeth on it. But I have a lot to offer other than just that. And the cast members that we're assembling, the same thing. So it's not going to be just one genre. We're going to take a ride together, as if you will, and showcase a lot of the songs. I tell you what we want to do. We want to meet the audience. We don't have the audience come to me. If I could sing all my own songs and sing originals, but nobody knows that stuff. We're going to go and meet you where your heart is, because all the songs that we do sing will have some relevance in your life.
Mm-hmm.
They will take you to a place, to a time. They will pour out emotions, some good, maybe some sad, right?
Sure.
But that's what music does. It just I've always said two things that bring people together: music and food. And we're going to have both still at the theater. And no matter your race, your religion, your political affiliation, right? Color, creed, race, those things bring people together. And that's what we want to do.
Yeah. Music is the universal language, and it totally brings people together. And I love what you say about when you hear certain songs, they do take you back to places and times. You know, I can hear a song in the 80s and I immediately go back to my high school and college days, and I can remember where I was. I can remember Sister Christian, the song. Okay. Every time I hear
I just
Sister
learned this
Christian
last week. I love it.
by Night Ranger, correct? Is that right?
Yes.
It takes me back to being in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina during senior week. It's amazing what music will do to
Yes.
you. And so people will get to experience that. So I love that as well. Listen, you are a busy man. I'm not going to keep you any longer, but final thoughts on the theater, when people can get lined up to get through the doors.
Thank you. Well, first of all, we're doing these What's New Wednesdays. So we'll have announcements every Wednesday. I'm kind of taking the audience, our friends along the ride. We'll take possession of the church, which is now Valorous Church, in August, and then we'll start the transformation. Hopefully it will be ready. The outside will be ready by the time the Christmas parade rolls around, because we would like to have people in the parking lot and serve hot chocolate and just make it a fun community thing. And then we will start rehearsing the show in January, and the doors will open up in April. So a lot of things to do between now and then, but it's really exciting. And
Well,
Brandy, she's part of it. I mean, she's going to be right there with me, every night.
she makes you look good, Greg.
Amen, sister.
You got a good wife by your side. You're both blessed to have each other, though. That's for sure. Well, listen, this has been fantastic. So people should look for this updates on Wednesdays on your Facebook page, or where?
Yes. Facebook, Instagram, and we'll start selling tickets in October. The ticket line will be open then to buy tickets.
Perfect. Can't wait. I'll have to get down and come check it out. I'll have to put in my request for Night Ranger, Sister Christian.
I have a feeling you're going to have carte blanche. Yes, I will do Sister Christian for you. Just for you.
Okay, good. All right, my friend. This has been a great conversation. Thank you so much.
Love you, Nikki.
Love you too. And that will do it for this edition of Conversations with Nicole. Until I see you again, I hope you have a great day.
This segment of Conversations by Nicole is sponsored by Lifetime Hearing Services, with 3 locations in Florence, Hartsville, and Camden. Visit us on Facebook and at lifetimehearingservices.com. Until next time, be well, stay grateful, and be blessed.